Good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode, where's my phone, of the Purpose Experience. Are you walking in purpose? Today is another day to live out my purpose and to give it 120%. Come on, say it again. Today is another day to live out my purpose and to give it 120%. I am cracking up right now. So as I went to tag Rita in today's live, it shows you, your memories from a year ago. And I'm clearly talking about something that has touched my heart. If I remember correctly, it was me walking in my purpose with Girls Academy and having different people sponsor. But I don't know, that might not be it. Oh, let me hear what it's talking about. Oh no, this was about walking in the purpose with the private practice and actually having people come to receive therapy services and me just expressing gratitude at being able to serve in that way. Wow. God, why'd you remind me of that this morning? Come on now. So let's go ahead. You already know, write it in the chat. What are you grateful for today? Whoo, goodness. I'm grateful to wake up. Let me tell y'all, ooh, your girl was tired. What are you grateful for today? We have to express gratitude. It increases joy and happiness within us, even especially if you're in Delaware and it's looking a little dreary out there and you're going to need that energy to make it through the day. Express that gratitude. Think of the things you're grateful for, the things that went well yesterday, the things that you're speaking into existence that are going to go well today. What are you grateful for? Good morning, Miss Lashia. Good morning, Stephanie. Grateful for authority. Come on now, speak over that thing. Speak over it. Let's go to before we go to our announcements, let me tell y'all, your girl thought she was young again and quickly found out that I am not. So I thought I could, I had a ton of work to do, and I was like, if I could just keep crunching and getting it done. But at some point, good morning, Shay. At some point, your brain gets tired. So even the work you're doing might be a little skeptical because your brain is shutting down. I was up until 12 something. That's way past my bedtime, guys. I have a bedtime. So this morning waking up, it was like snooze, snooze. Oh, you can sleep longer, snooze, snooze. But I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be awake. Good morning to you. I'm grateful for you guys. On to our announcements. Just a reminder. We have the Winterthur at the Winterthur Museum, Winterthur, why can't I say this word? Museum, Sunday, September 19th at 9 a.m. Sister Hiking and Healing. So grab a sis, whether biological or a good friend, and there's going to be fellowship, light refreshments after the hike. They say it is a beautiful, beautiful experience. You can reserve your slot at www.blackgirlshike2.com, and the price is $25 per person or $40 for two. Now, y'all see it. She's writing it in the chat, and I'm going to say it because, woo, that girl is 49 and fine. Happy birthday to my sis. Y'all know her, Miss Shay Marriott. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. And she is grateful today to see another year looking good. I see y'all already shouting her out saying happy birthday. I'm excited. We are celebrating tonight. I'm excited. I'm grateful for a negative COVID test so that, good morning, Doretha, so that I can go celebrate with Shay for her birthday this evening. The video footage from the last time we was all out is in the opening credits. So happy birthday, Shay. Happy birthday. Turn up, turn up. All right. Let's go ahead to our topic for today. So yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw in my story, I went walking, like I said, at the riverfront. Oh, Y'all know I love my walks at the riverfront. And I was talking to friends, and then I turned on my gospel music. But I just took some time to just really take in the scenery. I always pay attention to the water there and how it rises and kind of goes down. And when it goes down, the more creatures you can see in the water. I also just, because whenever I ride with my grandma, she always says, and people say there's no God. Well, who would have created all this beauty, right? So I just look at the scenery and I'm just in awe. And when I was walking, he said, God's promise. And I said, oh, is that the word, Lord? Is that the word? He said, God's promise. So then as I went throughout the day, I kind of felt like I wasn't getting as many. Well, wait, no, y'all, hold on before we get to that, because y'all know I had to cut up. Let me tell y'all about these sneakers I wore yesterday. In case you didn't see it, look at this. Let me model them for y'all real quick. These sneakers were so comfortable, and they come from my little sis Amira. She had a storage unit, and I guess she just tossed them in there because they were Reebok. They look as if, maybe they're for more those upper in age to wear. But I felt like I was walking on clouds. Them sneakers are so comfortable, and I will continue to wear them. But as I was going, so he said God's promise. And then as I was going throughout the day, I was looking for him to, give some more. And it felt like everything was silent. So I was talking to Janice on the phone, and she said, well, what's going to be the topic for tomorrow? I said, I don't know. I said, he told me God's promise earlier, but then it's been kind of silent and I haven't heard from him. And I thought about how we start to feel when we feel like we haven't heard from God, or if we're waiting in expectation for him to say something. So then I said, in silence, remember his promise. Because a lot of times when we're waiting to hear from him and he's just silent, we think he done forgot about us. We catch your attitude. We are just like, God, where are you? But it's a reminder for us today that even in his silence, even when we aren't getting that download, even when we don't have that direct communication, even when we're urging for that download, urging for that voice to hear, urging for that answer, that he already gave you the promise. He already told us what we can expect without a doubt from him, right? And she said, give my mom her sneakers back. First off, TY, don't you come on here on today. Talk about, because the girl was walking and my hips weren't hurting at all. So when we think about God's promises, and when I looked it up, I was like, oh, this is pretty right on point. 7 promises from God. And we've talked about these, right? I am your strength. And remember, we talked the other day, it's not just about the physical strength, working out and all that, but that inner strength. Those moments where you feel like everything is against you, when you want to throw in the towel, when you feel like the relationship is falling apart, your finances are falling apart, you can't catch a break on a new job, you can't get along good with your children, your car breaking down, everything's going wrong, and mentally you're like, nope, I want to give up. Come on, God. He says, I am your strength. And then he says, I will never leave you, right? Now, look, your boo thing might leave you, break your heart, talk about you behind your back. But God is saying for us, we can always know that without a doubt, when our friends leave us, when family, kind of betray us, when your boo thing go and get another, that he will never leave us and that he is going to be right there with us. Brandon said, come on, friendship. You talking good this morning. Hi, friendship. Hey, Miss Sandy. Hi, Miss Wendy. Everybody up on here today. Y'all awake. So on my sleepy day, y'all all awake. But he's saying that even in those moments where you think I'm not there, I already promised you. It was a promise that I will never leave you. I have plans for you to prosper. So this is where we kind of get tricked up in our head thinking, oh, I did all this work. I was diligent in this, but still the path that I'm hoping for, the success that I'm hoping for isn't coming the way I wanted to or in that time. But he already promised you that he is going to prosper you. And remember, it's on us to stay in connection with him. And a lot of times we, We try to move on our own. We're like, you know what, God, you must be a little busy. I'll take this into my own hands. He's saying, no, I already gave you the promise. Just stay steadfast on the path. Come on now. Stephanie said, this is confirmation. I'm teaching this tonight in Bible study. Woo, look at that. Matthew 15:21-28. You got to let us know. Miss Lisa said, I'm woke too. Oh, okay. Y'all cutting up today. So again, he says, I have plans for you to prosper. So when you have those moments of doubt, wondering why you're not pushing forward in that career, wondering why the paths aren't aligning the way that you feel and the time you feel, he already made that promise. And think about it. Hold on. Think about how many people in your life they made promises, knowing darn well when they told you they were not going to keep it. They done broke the promise, broke your heart. They done made 5 more promises after that and still ain't do it. But he's saying, oh, you can trust this promise. This is on good credit. This is on, you better believe it. He said, I got proof for years and years in other people's lives to show that I'm good on my word. Oh, come on, God. Talk, God. So then he says, I hear your prayers. And we talked to, y'all had me praying yesterday. Well, he had me praying yesterday. But he hears our prayers. And a lot of times, that's where we have the trouble. We take the burdens to the Lord, leave them there 5 seconds, pick them back up. Because again, we think, well, he ain't hearing me. He ain't moving. Remember, we talked about patience, guys. He wants to see us just focusing on him and knowing that he's going to work it out. So you go ahead and lift up those prayers. You don't have to close your eyes, get on your knees. You can talk to him all darn day. Come on now. He hears your prayers. He knows those desires of your heart. I will fight for you. Now, some of us ain't had nobody fight for us a day in our life. And we are hurt and crushed by that, right? But you got a battlefield partner, a ride or die with you in the Lord all the time. Instead, we try to depend on our sis and our bro. And that's good because he puts good people in our lives. But sometimes we look at our circle and they wouldn't go to bat for you for anything. I was watching this video and it just, remember, because humans, we just have instincts, and there was a dog coming and there were children. The man jumped over the children. He wasn't fighting for them. He was what? But God will protect us through all crazy scenarios, everything. Brandon said, all things will work together for the good, not your good. Woo! Hold on now. For the good, not your good. We have to remember that God is sovereign, not a genie. Oh, friendship. But the master planner, the great I am, he's in control. He said he ain't no genie. He ain't out here rubbing the thing and then you just getting wishes like that. He said, be patient. Oh my goodness. Then he said, you better help the people today. Y'all better help me today. Just because you don't hear from him doesn't mean he's not moving. And that's what we really got to focus on. Me too. Look here, because I'm like, God, I think the most patience I have exhibited in this season is saying, Lord, now you know I need a secretary. Lord, you know it's a lot on me right now with the business and this transforming and solely focusing on this. Lord, you know I need help, but I'm not freaking out about it. I'm like, he wants me to be patient so he can send the right person. So right now there's an area in your life where you just got to remember his promise. Know that he's not a genie. It's for the good, not your good. I like the way you said that. Y'all better go ahead today. And that you just got to be patient. Let me see. Just because, okay, girl, that man jumped clear over everything. Right, Toya? Miss Sandy said, yes, all day long. He hears you. Good morning. Rita, I tagged you in. Come on, let's finish up these promises. He says, I will give you peace. Whoo! How many people out there right now, you just say, you know what, God? I just need some peace in my life. Everything around me is going hectic, and I just need everything to mellow out. The picture, so most of the time, if I can't have peace like in the house or because it just feels like that's where I do all the work, I go to where my peace is. This is the walking represents me getting the peace. Me just looking at the glories of the world and what the Lord has created is me getting my peace. So I want to encourage you today. You pray and You trust in that promise that he's going to give you peace. And then lastly, I always love you. So some of us feel like we done such horrible things that our past is what is truly defining us at this time, and it is not. We did ask for forgiveness, but we still ain't doing forgive ourselves. We think that he has that because we aren't getting things in the genie speed, that he just doesn't care about us. He doesn't love us. I told you, he on good credit. It's a promise. It's not a lie. It's a promise. So these things, remember, he's your strength. He's never going to leave you. He has plans to prosper you. He hears your prayers, you in particular. He's going to fight for you, give you peace, and always, absolutely, without a doubt, love you. When other people fall in and out of love with you, when other people, you have to question their love by their actions and by their words. Whew, I know you got a little PTSD, a little bit, because you've been in these relationships where, and not just love relationships, family relationships too, where you couldn't trust the love that people was giving, but with the Lord, come on, and that ought to be your strength and your push. You're going to get that constant, consistent love. Without a doubt, it's a promise. A promise. Don't that feel good, y'all? So I'm going to post this chart on my page. I think that's the only reference I would have for today. She said, you are all in my notes. Sheesh, God is real. And you know, he's so real. He's been talking to, we've just been having a good time on the Purpose Experience. This is our last day together. It's Thursday, right? Is it Thursday? I don't even know what day of the week it is. It's Thursday. It's our last day together. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. Share this out because somebody needs to know that although other people are breaking their promises, that the Lord is going to keep his promise. And remember to go ahead and say happy birthday to my sis, Miss Shay Marriott. I'm going to say it again. 49 and fine. I know you ain't supposed to say a woman age, but that girl look good, okay? And that is my sis. Don't forget to check out Rebirth You. She gives you all the courses, everything you need. I'm about to call her right now and sing a little something to her for her birthday. I love you guys. Have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.